So,
So,
here we are.
here we are. We've come to this point in life where we're at that age where we need to do something other than just work and go to school, which I don't do.
Oh yeah, 20 years old is such a hard age.
So we're making a podcast. We collectively, sort of. It was on my back a little bit more, but obviously I'm getting a lot of help from friends.
It's something we talked about for a long time.
Yeah.
Certainly something that we've wanted to do for a long time.
Yeah.
Really. Or we've always said, oh yeah, let's make a YouTube channel.
Let's make.
We can make some sick gaming vids. So we can play Minecraft all day.
Yeah, that was the aim of it. But I think a podcast is kind of the natural order of things.
I feel like a podcast is what's going to suit us most.
Yeah. We do have some weird conversations, and recording them will be quite funny, I think.
Certainly weird conversations, definitely weird.
Yeah, nothing out of the ordinary, though, I don't think. So the basis of the podcast is going to be based on like a few sections that we're going to develop over time.
It's going to evolve over time.
Definitely.
We definitely don't know what we're doing at the moment.
Yeah, like we're sat in a front room recording.
You messaged me the other day, and you were like, oh yeah, can you recommend me some good mics because I want to start a podcast? And I was like, oh yeah, okay. And then you actually went out and bought one, and now you're here in my house.
Yeah. So yeah, it's gonna be based on like a little bit of uninformed newscaster sort of thing. So we're giving views that we have and like kind of putting our own views forward of current news for a little bit, and then talking a bit about like what we find interesting, and maybe doing some sections in which someone comes in, they bring in a few topics we talk about, and I think it could be something a little bit different to what everyone else is doing because we're obviously a bit younger, we've got a different take.
Oh yeah, like obviously you're really into sport. Obviously, you as the podcast develops, you're going to be able to bring in friends from outside the initial group. Exactly. And you're going to be able to talk about anything. That's the beauty of the podcast. You can literally talk about anything you want. Yeah.
I feel like with if we were to make, obviously we talked a little bit about it like 2 minutes ago, the YouTube channel, you are so like limited, but with a podcast it allows us to branch out into different things.
Absolutely. We wouldn't want a specific type of content, and I think with a YouTube, like a dedicated YouTube channel, you'd find yourself stuck with one type of content. Definitely. If that's what you start, if we made a YouTube channel and we start making gaming videos, you're kind of stuck with gaming videos, and you've got a lot of work to kind of break that. Yeah,
exactly.
But with a podcast, obviously we chatted a lot of shit about YouTube channels. Yeah, this is going up on YouTube.
Yeah. So where it will be is up on YouTube, and then hopefully a few weeks time we'll be able to implement it into the Apple podcasting app.
I think, but we definitely need to get a few out before iTunes will accept it.
Yeah. Maybe like look at what's going on. Hopefully we don't do it to anything too outlandish.
Right, so I think it's best we probably do some introductions. I feel like we just landed on the internet and no one knows who we are.
Yeah, so I'm your host, Killer Keem Joe. No, just Joe Spur. Just Joe Spur.
Oh, I don't think that landed quite.
Not many people are going to get that joke.
And my name's Jeff. Oh,
fuck's sake.
So, my name's Nathaniel. I feel like I'm a bit more behind the scenes at the moment. I've been, helping Joe along with all the bits he's going to be able to, or he's going to need to be able to do this independently, hopefully in the future.
Yeah.
So you can, when it comes to having guests on that you want, you're going to be able to do it.
Yeah.
So Joe, when is the podcast coming out?
Yeah, I know, everyone's wanting to know that.
Oh yeah, everyone,
all the viewers.
They've been yapping my ears off for months.
I literally haven't heard the end of it. But the podcast will be out on Fridays or Saturdays. Hopefully every week. Obviously I do other things, so don't get on my back too much, but I will try and keep to that schedule as much as possible.
Hopefully doing it weekly is going to be what, is going to be the thing that's going to help us to grow.
Yeah, definitely.
We want to be consistent, and so we're going to work really hard, I think, from now in the future going on.
Yeah.
To keep it as consistent as possible, because, at the end of the day, the goal is to grow.
Yeah.
And to develop an audience for this kind of, I don't know what you'd say It is. It's like
genre,
like you said. It's like uninformed, like opinions, and
obviously there's going to be other sections as well. And hopefully in the future, maybe this time next year, we'll have this podcast split into two sort of things. So one in the middle of the week, one at the weekend.
Absolutely, depends on how much work we put in now.
Yeah, definitely.
Which is a lot, I'm hoping.
Yeah, we need.
I feel like I've been waiting a long time for something to do outside of work.
Yeah, definitely, and just something to break the ordinary. So we'll have some interesting conversations. We'll have some laughs. We'll have some
couple of gaffes, couple of goofs along the way,
as my boy Ethan would say.
My boy Ethan.
So that's it. That's the end of this video, anyway. And this is us, the Lucid podcast. Signing off.
I think this was an introduction video.
Yeah.
I think this was just, I'd say a quick thing. It's how long? We're at 6 minutes at the moment,
Bloody
wasn't it?
hell.
I think this was just to get us off the ground.
Yeah.
To get us practicing for the future. I feel like next week, podcast.
Full, possibly up to 2 hours long.
2 hours.
2 hours is going to be a lot of time to kill.
I feel like maybe we should shoot for 1 hour before we shoot for 2.
Well, so the podcast is going to be called Lucid Podcasting. We haven't mentioned that yet. But, like, obviously we're designing stuff and everything like that. So
absolutely, the channel branding's coming soon.
Yeah.
We're working hard on it. We're taking our time with it because we don't want it to look rushed.
Yeah.
We certainly want to, with us being so young, I think it would be important for us to portray a professionalism about us.
Yeah. Okay. So that's it. Signing off for the first time ever on the YouTube
channel,
on the YouTubes,
on the tube,
on the
careful,
on the
tube
tubes.
I think we should leave it there.
Yeah, I think that's about it.
Okay.
That's all, folks.